Hey guys, and welcome to part 2, well, not part 2, part 1.5 of What If Naruto Was the Reincarnation of Sun-Wukong. So this is part 1.5 because, as you guys probably know, my video had stopped recording in the first part, so I didn't get to finish. But let's get into it. So, after Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke all said their dreams and their goals, their likes and their dislikes, Kakashi told them that they're going to be taking the bell test tomorrow. And he says, don't eat or you'll puke. Naruto would smile at Kakashi and then jump off from the roof. Kakashi would body flicker away. Naruto and Sakura would then join Naruto at the entrance of the academy. Naruto and would then start walking towards the back of the school, and Sasuke would walk the other way. Naruto would then stop and look at Sasuke. He said, "We're going to fight, aren't we?" And Sasuke had widened his eyes as if he just remembered. So Sasuke would then turn around and start to follow Naruto, Sakura following right behind Sasuke. And when they get behind the school, almost every kid in the school is there. So Naruto and Sasuke enter the circle of children and stand on different sides of the circle. Naruto gets in his fighting stance and Sasuke gets into his fighting stance. A random student will then come up and initiate the fight. Sasuke would run at Naruto, throwing a punch at him, but Naruto would jump up and land on his fist. Naruto would then say, "You gotta be quicker than that." Sasuke would then try to kick Naruto in the head, but then Naruto would block this kick as he falls down from his hand, landing on his feet. Sasuke would get angry and would start throwing a bunch of punches and kicks at Naruto, but Naruto would dodge every single one of these attacks. And when Sasuke tried to hit him with one last kick, Naruto would dodge under the kick and punch him. Sasuke would fly into the crowd of kids, pushing even the kids back a bit before they stopped moving, and then they put him back into the circle. Sasuke would then get mad as he tells everybody to back up as it might get messy. So all the students take his advice and back up. He would then yell, "Fire style, fireball jutsu." And Naruto, now knowing that they're using jutsu, he would then use lightning style, limelight blade. And if you forgot, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the lightning style limelight blade. And it's gold, because his royal release, of course. So, while Naruto runs up towards the fireball, he would then cut the fireball, dispersing it. Sasuke caught in all. Then Naruto would then go in for a slash on Sasuke. What's going through Naruto's head is he's thinking Sasuke is a strong opponent, so he thinks Sasuke would dodge it. But Sasuke is too slow to dodge it. And as the attack is about to hit Sasuke, Kakashi then comes in, copying Naruto's jutsu, and both of the jutsus collide. Naruto, having the stronger jutsu and stronger strength, wouldn't be pushed back. Physical strength, not like stronger than Kakashi. He just has more physical strength than Kakashi. He was able to hold up against Kakashi before both of the attacks jutsu were dispersed. Naruto would then look at Kakashi and ask him why he stopped the fight. Kakashi would then respond with, "You could have killed him." That jutsu is much stronger than you think it is. Naruto would then reply with, I know how strong it is, but I saw Sasuke was going to dodge it. Kakashi would then reply with, it didn't look like that. The blade was very close to his face. Naruto would look at Sasuke still frozen in fear, and he would ask him if he was going to dodge it or not. Sasuke would still stand there in silence, thinking about how he almost lost his life. Naruto would then think to himself, and he thinks maybe he wasn't going to dodge it. He would then apologize to Kakashi, and he would walk away. And once he got in front of the school building, he would then call Misobi, and Misobi would come rushing in, and Naruto would jump up in the air, landing on the sword. The sword would then start flying off, heading toward the Hokage's office. Lloyd would then appear out of nowhere, flying right next to Naruto, and he would ask him what was wrong. Naruto would look up at Lloyd. Naruto would tell Lloyd about everything that had happened when he was fighting Sasuke. Lloyd said, don't let it get to you. You didn't know he wasn't going to dodge it. Naruto would then say, I guess you're right. As he jumped on the top of the Hokage's building and Misobi had left. Lloyd would sit down next to him and they would talk for a while. Lloyd would then ask Naruto if he wanted to have a little sparring match. Naruto would accept. Lloyd and Naruto would stand on different sides of the roof, and they would then dash at each other. Lloyd would dodge Naruto's punch and then knee him in the stomach. Naruto would do a flip as he got kneed, landing on his feet, turning around quickly to kick Lloyd in his rib. This attack is blocked by Lloyd, sending him to the other side of the roof before he caught himself. Naruto would then run at Lloyd and jump in the air. He would then cast a fire style. Flare chariot. I said that all wrong. Fire style. What was that? I forgot what it was called already. Sorry, I was wrong. It was a lightning style move, and it was this one. Arrows of light. Oh my, sorry for the interruption. But like I'm saying, it was this. It wasn't a fire move. My bad. But he would jump, as he was in the air, he would say, lightning style, arrows of light. 4 arrows would then appear above Lloyd, all of them going straight for him. Lloyd would jump in the air, and 2 of the arrows would then miss him and hit the ground. Like, they didn't hit the roof, because if they did, they would have probably broke the roof. The ceiling, I guess. Then the other 2 would turn upward, going straight for Lloyd. Lloyd would then say, wind style, wind breakthrough. He would then spin his staff, and his staff would blow away the arrows, and the arrows almost hit the ceiling. And Naruto, knowing that Hiruzen was in there, and the rocks could have crushed Hiruzen, he would run under the arrows of light, and then he would yell, lightning style, shield of light. The arrows would then hit the shield and be dispersed. The shield still being maintained, Naruto would jump up at Lloyd and hit him with the shield. Lloyd would then fall on the ground, hitting a couple of trees. Naruto would then launch himself at Lloyd, and Lloyd would catch him in midair. He would then slam him down on the ground and throw him up in the air. Lloyd would yell, fire style, fireball jutsu. A big golden fireball would then be shot at Naruto. Naruto would then yell, fire style, flame vortex. Which is this. I call it flame vortex, not vortex, because vortex is just boring. And the fireball would then be would then be absorbed into the vortex. Naruto would be spinning much faster than he was before. He would then target Lloyd and start speeding off at Lloyd like a drill. Lloyd would then see this and he would yell, water style, twin dragons. Two big, like, golden water dragons, I guess, would fly at Naruto, and these two attacks would clash. Naruto's attack would be dispersed, and then he would be hit by one of the dragons, making him fly all the way back into a rock. He would hit this big rock, almost shattering the rock. Naruto would sit up and then yell out, "Misobi!" Misobi would come straight to his hand. Naruto would dash at Lloyd, but instead of landing an attack, he would grab the sword with his tail and jump straight up into the air. Lloyd would jump up after him. Naruto would then use the sword in his tail to latch on to the side of the Hokage's office building, and Lloyd would have to use his staff to fly to stay on the same level with Naruto. Naruto would then grab this sword with his hands and hold on to the building with his other hand. He would then jump at Lloyd, standing on the staff. Both Lloyd and Naruto are now on the staff. Naruto would swing his sword a couple of times at Lloyd, and Lloyd would dodge these just barely. Lloyd would say, "I don't really think that's fair that you're using the sword." Naruto's like, "You're right." And Misobi would then fly out of Naruto's hands. Naruto would throw a punch at Lloyd. Lloyd would block this punch. Lloyd would throw a punch at Naruto. Naruto would dodge this punch. Lloyd would then throw a kick, hitting Naruto in the head. Naruto would then do a flip after he got kicked, kicking Lloyd in the jaw. Lloyd would wipe the blood off his lip, and Naruto would wipe the blood off his lip, off the side of his lip. They would then both throw punches at each other, both of these punches clashing. Naruto would then yell, "Water style, tsunami!" And gold waters would then rush at Lloyd. Lloyd would then use wind style, wind breakthrough, to push some of the water around him so he can get through the tsunami. But Naruto knew he would do this. And Naruto is now right in front of Lloyd, and he punched him in the face. Lloyd would then hit the ground, and Lloyd would get up, and he says, "I guess I should stop holding back." Lloyd is now going and using 50% of his power. He would appear right in front of Naruto and hit him with his staff. And before Naruto can even hit the ground, Lloyd is already on the ground, and he would kick Naruto. Lloyd's eyes would then glow with fire, and Lloyd would yell, "Fire style, Inferno Dragon!" The big dragon made of flames would rush straight at Naruto. Naruto would just in the nick of time use lightning style, Shield of Light, and block this attack. But the shield would crack a lot, and Naruto would still be burned by the flames a bit. Naruto's eyes would then also turn to flames. Naruto and Lloyd would clash fists. Lloyd would then grab Naruto's fist, pull him close, punch him in the gut, and then punch him in the face. Naruto would then be knocked out by these two punches. When Naruto wakes up, Lloyd has Naruto on his back, and he's hiding for some reason. Naruto asks Lloyd why he's hiding, and Lloyd would shush Naruto, telling him that some villager almost saw him. Naruto would then stand up, get off of Lloyd's back and stand up. He said, "Well, you can go away now. I'll go to my room so then you can come out there." He says, alright, and he disappears. Naruto would walk out of the alley, and as he's walking, he would hear a loud, shrill scream, and it sounded like Sakura. He would run off, jumping from building to building, and into the forest. And in the forest, he saw two ninja that didn't look like they were Leaf Ninja. He would jump down there and kick one of the ninjas in the face. This ninja would be sent back into a rock. He would then look at the other ninja and ask him what they were doing here. The ninja would tell him to mind his own business. This has nothing to do with him. Then Naruto would have flashbacks to the time where the boys were picking on Hinata. Naruto would then be angered by this, and his eyes would then become a very dark red, and then they would become filled with flames. Naruto's claws would grow. Well, his fingernails would grow into claws, and his tail hairs would be a lot spikier, and his tail became thicker. He would then get on all fours and launch himself at the ninja. He would punch the ninja in the face, kick the ninja's head straight into the ground, pick him up by his vest, and start punching him in the face. He would repeatedly punch this ninja, even after the ninja was already knocked out. He would then throw the ninja up in the air, and he would yell, "Fire style! Royal Ember!" A golden flare would then launch at the ninja, burning the ninja to a crisp. He would then walk over to the other ninja, swaying side to side. He would look up at the ninja, eyes going red. The ninja would then start to burn. Then he would feel a sharp pain in his back. Misobi has stabbed straight through the ninja, and the blade was set ablaze. The ninja would say in his last breath, "I'm gonna kill you," before he died. Naruto's eyes would go back to normal, and he would fall down. Misobi would then rush over to Naruto and would hold Naruto up. Sakura would then pick up Naruto from off the blade, and the blade would then return to the Hokage's office. Naruto would thank Sakura, and Sakura would thank Naruto. She told him that those ninjas were from the sand, and they were planning on killing her. Naruto would then ask why, and Sakura just replied with, she doesn't know. So when Naruto and Sakura walked back to, like, the town, I guess, where there was, like, buildings and stuff, because they were in the forest, Naruto and Sakura split off, with Naruto waving goodbye to Sakura and Sakura waving goodbye to Naruto. So now we're gonna skip to tomorrow. Well, yeah. So Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke are waiting for Kakashi. And Naruto, being smarter than he was, like way smarter than he was in the original, he actually brought some food with him. And when he realized that Kakashi was being late on purpose, he would then pull out his food and share some with both Sakura and Sasuke. Sasuke and Sakura would ask him why he's breaking the rules, or not listening to what Kakashi told him. Naruto would then reply with, he's being late on purpose. He wants to see if we can work on empty stomachs. So I'm suspecting he's probably somewhere around here just waiting for a little bit, reading one of those books he was reading when he came into the class. Naruto would then close his eyes, and when he would open them, they would be all flames. He would look around, and then he would see a blue ember from behind the tree, it's actually Kakashi's chakra. Naruto would then point at the tree, and he would then say, "You can come out from the trees now." Kakashi would come out from the trees, and he would say this, "Impressive. I didn't think you would sense me from that far." Naruto would say, "Well, I've gotten pretty good at sensing chakra." Kakashi would say, "I see. Well, let's start this test." So Kakashi would then start to pull out the bells from his pocket, and he would say, "You three have to get these bells, and if one of you doesn't succeed to get these bells, you will fail." Sasuke, Sakura both look at Kakashi and all, but Naruto has already got this figured out. He knows the bell test has to let all three of them pass because there are no ninja teams with 2 ninjas. And he's heard from Hiruzen that they can't, not three people can't fail. One person can't fail out of all 3 of them. So, he would, as Kakashi would start, he would grab both Sakura and Sasuke and jump into the trees. He would look at Sakura and he would look at Sasuke and he would tell them, "Don't believe a word he says. It's all about teamwork. There are no teams without 3 ninjas in one jonin. So it would be impossible for him to have to fail one of us." Sasuke would then think, and he would then agree with this, and Sakura not agreeing with it until Sasuke agreed. So they would think of a plan, and the plan was Sasuke would go and fight Kakashi alone, and after he did this, Naruto would then jump in, and while they're both fighting Kakashi, Sakura can sneak in and grab the bells. And they all thought it was a good plan. So Sasuke jumps out from the trees and he yells, "Fire style! Fireball jutsu!" The flames would then go at Kakashi, and Kakashi would move out of the way of the flames. Sasuke would then start fighting Kakashi. He would try to kick him, he would try to punch him, but Kakashi would dodge all these attacks. He would then try to uppercut Kakashi. Kakashi would dodge this, and then he kicked Kakashi, but Kakashi would block it. Naruto would then come out of nowhere and punch Kakashi in the chest. Kakashi did not expect Naruto to come out of the blue. Then Sasuke would land on the ground and knee Kakashi in the chin. Kakashi would then jump back, gaining some distance between the 3. And he would yell, "Water style, water dragon jutsu." Naruto would jump in front of Sasuke and yell, "Lightning style, shield of light." The shield would then be hit by the water dragon jutsu, but it would not break. The jutsu would then disperse, and Naruto would then yell, "Lightning style, arrows of light." 5 arrows would then follow Kakashi. Kakashi would try his best to dodge these arrows, but the arrows are getting too fast. And Sasuke and Naruto are both attacking him for every time he would come their way. Kakashi would then pull out his Sharingan, and then he would easily be able to dodge the arrows. And all the arrows would then explode on trees, on the ground, or even after running out of chakra. Naruto and Sasuke would both run at Kakashi, throwing a punch at him. But Kakashi would catch both of their fists. He would then slam them into each other and throw them away. Naruto would land on his feet, and he would grab Sasuke before Sasuke could fall on his head. Sasuke would then get onto his feet, And Naruto would yell, "Shadow Clone Jutsu," making 2 clones. Both of the clones would go after Kakashi, keeping them company, going for attacks. But when they see the attacks miss, they would jump back, they're trying to give Naruto some time to think of something. Naruto would then summon 10 more Shadow Clones, and all 10 of these Shadow Clones would help the other 2. Still, none of them being able to land a critical hit. Naruto would then put his hand out and say, "Fire style, ball of flames," and there would be a ball made of fire right in his hand. He would tell Sasuke to combine some of his his chakra with the ball. Sasuke would put his hand over Naruto's and push some of his chakra into the ball. The jutsu would then look like this, being gold on the inside and orange on the outside, showing that the gold fire is Naruto's, the orange fire is Sasuke's, and that's gonna be Naruto, and that's supposed to be Sasuke. Yeah. So then all the clones dispersed, and Kakashi was caught off guard for a second. Then he saw a light glow behind him. Naruto would yell, "This is Naruto and Sasuke's ultimate jutsu! Flare ball!" They would then run at Kakashi. Kakashi, not knowing what to do, and not being able to copy the jutsu, seeing as you would need 2 people to pull off this jutsu, he would use a Chidori. They would run at each other, and the 2 jutsus would clash, making a huge crater in the training field. Sakura still was waiting far away from them, getting all her stuff ready. So she was not hurt she wasn't hurt at all. Naruto and Sasuke would be laying down on the ground, passed out, and Kakashi would be near passing out. He would look at both of the boys and say, "These kids are strong. They're really strong." Naruto would open his eyes and smirk at Kakashi. Kakashi would ask him why he's smiling, and Naruto would open his mouth to reveal 2 bells. Kakashi would reach in his pocket and realize that the bells are golden, and he would then congratulate them on getting the bells. But then he would say, "Why was Sakura incorporated into your plan?" Naruto would say, "She was, but she didn't come in time, and you started to pull out your Sharingan, so we had to do something quick." Sasuke would then open his eyes too and sit up. He was like, "Yeah, he's right." And Naruto, "You're so strong. I can feel your chakra when we use that attack." Naruto would laugh a bit, sitting up, and he would say, "I already know I'm strong. You don't have to tell me," punching him on the shoulder. Sasuke would then laugh with Naruto. Kakashi would smile under his mask. Then he would stand up and he would say, "Well, you passed." So Naruto and Sasuke both smiled at Kakashi, and Sakura finally came over to see. She would instantly ran to Sasuke and asked if he was okay, checking to see if he had any scars. He told her she was fine. He told her he was fine, and the 3 kids got up and went into town. Kakashi sat in the crater for a bit, and the 3 celebrated their victory, even though Sakura wasn't incorporated, and she was kind of mad at Naruto for that. But they went out to get ramen, and they even launched their own fireworks. So Naruto would then go home, and he would go talk to Hiruzen for a bit. He would then say, "Gramps, I've been having this problem. I'm a lot stronger than other kids my age, and it's pretty boring to fight them. And you said I can't fight adults unless it's for training. So, can you help me?" Hiruzen would say, "I think I can. Wait here." And he would go into his office, and he would come out with a seal. He would put the seal on Naruto's forehead, and Naruto would feel his chakra being drained. Hiruzen would then take off the seal. Hiruzen would tell Naruto that in this seal, it holds half your power. So by yourself, you cannot reach your full potential, and you will need this seal to be broken or to be placed upon you so you can use it once more. So now, you can train even harder with all your friends and your peers, and it won't be too easy for you. Naruto would then thank Hiruzen, giving him a hug before he asked, "Do you have any jutsu I can learn?" Hiruzen was like, "Well, I do have this scroll," and he would give him the scroll of sealing. He said, "Seeing as you are basically my grandson, I will let you read one jutsu." Naruto would say, "Okay." And Naruto would go to the scroll and he would see a jutsu called the Flying Thunder God. He would then want to practice this jutsu, so he would write it down on another scroll and then close the scroll. He would give the scroll back to Hiruzen, saying he found the jutsu he wants to learn. Hiruzen would then say, "Well, you might want to go practice." Naruto would then go off. Naruto would make seals, the flying Raijin seals, and he would put them on kunai. And when he put them on his kunai, he would practice all day. All night, actually. I don't know why I said all day. All night and all the rest of the day before that. So when it was nighttime once more, he was finally able to use the Flying Thunder God. He sat down and thought, "Man, if I was using my full power and I didn't put in the seal, I could have easily pulled that off in half the time I did. But in the end, I still got it." And he would then lay down in his bed to go to sleep. Well, this is where I'm going to end it off. If you guys show your support. If you guys liked the video, show your support, hit the like button, and subscribe. Comment what was your favorite part, and do you have any ideas for the next episode. But until then, peace out.